to Aditya. So this goes to Aditya. You have three, okay, it's a map, and you have these highlighted parts, not highlighted actually, circled part in Maharashtra state, and then you have the other two. Tell me, there is something that connects all these circled part, the black circle part. What is it? What is it that connects the common story? Is Aditya there? I can't see you.
I don't know. My first thought is about some dispute, but doesn't. Yeah, I'll just go with it. Is there like a land dispute at these specific border regions, which is claimed by multiple parties?
A good guess, but no. Shakti.
Are these a part which were not supposed to be part of the state, but somehow they ended up in this state? Like they are supposed to be, like they are claiming to be a different state altogether.
I think it's that part is partially true for some of them, not all of them.
Cool. Fast.
Oh, I had a similar guess. I don't know now. I thought that maybe when the state borders were drawn, these marked areas were not part of the red colored states. But later, because of people and cultural identification, they were brought into that state. So I don't know.
Sagar?
Yeah, they're definitely bordering like the other states from the red state. Are these areas that don't have a defined jurisdiction, like for police?
No.
Okay.
They do have. Vishal?
Are these areas governed by multiple states?
No, I think Sagar was going right way, which is looking at the border. So I think the very first, I think Aditya also mentioned it, right? The border. So border से connection है कुछ.
बॉर्डर से तो दिख रहा है मुझे कनेक्शन.
Can I take another guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, once I complete the round, I'll come back to you.
Pass.
Okay, Aditya.
Is it that none of these states wanted these districts?
No, it's not about districts. It's about the border, as I told you. Anyone wants
I'll
to take
take
a...
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Like there are roads that go through this border area and there is no checkpoint there.
No, I think that is more or less true for most interstate boundaries. You don't have barricading. It's just a point of reference that the state ends here. The answer is this, that all these borders that are marked are actually river.
Oh,
good one.
River.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, this goes to Farooq. So you have these three gentlemen and something which goes by Camp David. How are they connected? How are these three individuals connected to Camp David? But anyone knows what Camp David is?
Yeah.
No.
It's a place. Okay.
Yeah.
So connect that to these three gentlemen.
I only know Eisenhower, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they all lived at the same time, but were they all attending Camp David at the same time? It's a very obvious guess. I have no clue.
Okay, Sagar.
So Camp David is a place where US presidents go away from like press and everything, and they usually do some deals or like world politics meetings there.
Yeah.
So Dwight Eisenhower, I would say Eisenhower was president maybe like late 40s, early 50s, sometime like that, maybe around the World War time. And the other two seem like other world leaders at that time. So I'm going to guess Middle East may like Israel and PLA, Palestine Liberation Army. So he maybe brokered a deal with them for Israelis.
Okay, I
Like
think
Jews to-
you have cracked a major part of it. One is that you rightly said Camp David is basically a retreat for the president of United States. So it's much like in our case, our president has a retreat in Shimla and Hyderabad. So they come down to south or they go to Shimla and stay there for a part of the year. So similarly, Camp David is one of those retreats for the American president. That is correct. You also said that this is where some kind of deals are signed, so that part is also correct. But I want you to connect those three individuals and give me more context. So I'm going to give you some points for that. But if anyone kind of completes this, then they will get the rest. Vishal?
I have no clue. Pass.
Okay. Aditya?
You said that that whole deal signing thing is on the right track, right?
Yes.
Okay. So is this place like a I don't know, the president took whatever these guys at that place and फिर उनसे क्या बोलते हैं, like he just compromised on some few whatever clauses and then nailed it.
Okay, so that part is okay, fine. Compromise वो तो deal में होता है. So, and I think one more thing Sagar mentioned is that Israeli something. So yes, one of them is Israeli. I think all of this should kind of give you a clue, but
I think I may know who the other one is. If it's not Palestine, I may take a guess later.
Okay, let me complete this. Shakti?
Yeah, I know Dwight Eisenhower was the president of USA. Menachem Begin was the prime minister of Israel.
Yeah.
Anwar Sadat was the president of Egypt. He was the last one to broker a deal at Camp David with Bill Clinton, I think. No, not Bill Clinton. No, not
George.
Bill Clinton. No, it was Ronald Reagan, I think. He was assassinated because of that, because of the whole brokering, because he went for peace with Israel.
You're right. You're right. You're right about the assassination thing.
Yeah, Menachem Begin. I don't know whether he was murdered or not, but
No, he wasn't.
No. Barack Rabin was murdered, I think, for talking about peace. Yeah.
Yitzhak Rabin.
Yitzhak Rabin was murdered, but I don't know the connection between them.
So what about Eisenhower and Camp David?
Camp David was set up by Eisenhower then, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay. So I'll split the points between Sagar and Shakti. So the thing is, Camp David is where, of course, the accord was signed between Begin and Sadat. That is basically the Egypt and Israel peace treaty. The first time an Arab country and Israel got into a peace treaty and was recognized by an Arab country. This is the first time. So that is significant. Now, how do you connect that to Eisenhower? Eisenhower का कुछ connection नहीं इसमें Camp David के accord के साथ में, but his father's name is David. उसके नाम पे ही रखा हुआ है Camp David.
Which is interesting because David itself is a Israeli name, Hebrew.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So now this is Vishal's turn. Vishal, okay. So that draw a connect between these two items that you have, these two terms that we have here. Something peculiar, something peculiar about these two, which you can connect.
Greek yogurt is not from Greece, and Pennsylvania Dutch is not
From Dutch.
Amsterdam.
Okay, wait. Yes, Vishal.
It's from Pennsylvania.
Okay. You're right about the yogurt thing. I think that answers almost the entire answer. But still, the Pennsylvania Dutch. Anyone is aware of Pennsylvania Dutch?
Yes.
Is there more to the answer?
No, you kind of answered, but I think there is one more thing about this, which
Sagar knows, I guess.
Yes, Aditya. I'll complete the. I mean.
Okay.
No, pass.
Shakti?
No idea.
I'll pass as well.
Sagar?
Yeah, Pennsylvania Dutch is a misnomer. They are actually from Germanic background.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, so Greek yogurt is actually of Turkish origin, and Pennsylvania Dutch or Penn Dutch are actually Germans, not Dutch.